today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Denver Broncos taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Oh, how to get... Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. So now the Cowboys will line up to go for the 2-point conversion. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
29. The tackle.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Escapes the defender. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
The Cowboys.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll stay. Step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 99 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Here's a toss coming right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Makes the score Cowboys 24.
Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the two-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the two-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Fielded at the 20. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Quarterback on the scramble.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a 1st. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. So now the Cowboys will line up to go for the 2-point conversion. Well, partner, time to start thinking about dinner plans after this one. I don't want to write them off first quarter, but my goodness, the offense clicking like this in a 4-score lead.
We are programmed to not get to that stage, right? To not think that way, but you can't help it. They look like sheer perfection right now with those 4 scores this early. Let's see if they can keep it up, and let's see if there's any way possible they can be slowed down.
Yeah, right now, I don't see any signs of them being slowed down. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Taken down.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 2nd and 15. And that would one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
It's taken to the 26. Burst by him near the 35. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're going to start in great field position. And they've been starting in great field position in this one thanks to some great punt returns we see here.
And this is why you hear special teams coaches talk about pressing the kicking game, the area of hidden yardage. Although they actually count it, they know that if they bring the ball back big time each time, that helps out their offensive unit. And right now, they've set their group up in enemy field position.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Here's a toss coming right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for two more. And so they run it in on the two-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. Now Gillis, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Take over first and...
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dallas.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys add on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching. All about.
So it's coming right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now here come the Cowboys. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Hitter here, it's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. He has already cracked the century mark in receiving in this opening quarter. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football, put the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is fielded at the 27. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 48 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
25-yard line.
Here's Gillisley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. The Broncos on third down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
We can't have that.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Back to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Down and 20.
Gotta step it up. Mike 35, Mike 35. Set the tone, defense.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
To Steven Sims. A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 12.
A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
He'll take over 1st and 10.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. On the move to his left. He can run for it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And take it right on the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone.
And this is caught inside the 5.
Touchdown.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Here's a toss coming right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
At their own 25-yard line.
And a give this time to the tailback. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A pass there complete to Sutton. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
For the Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop the throw. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback set.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Second and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Jalen Smith in there to get him set. Here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Quit talking about it and bring it.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st.
26-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much Not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 2 yards.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. A.J. Epinesa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Got the completion, but it certainly wasn't on his time frame. Hurried on that play.
Absolutely. The pressure affected him. Unable to get it further downfield. And this will be taken at the 13. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get one score closer. The scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. Oh, the spin. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points. So they've got, it's caught inside the 25.
The pass.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
First down, Dallas.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line.
81.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys add on. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
Let's go, come on!
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jalen Smith, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A good return there, 17 yards.
50-yard line.
And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And this offense continues to pour it on. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And he's going to go down again. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start out west at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, and it's the Chargers who are out in front. Paris Campbell, a touchdown reception. From Chicago, we head north to the home of their rivals as we check on the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Devontae Adams, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. The Raiders trying to hold on and claim victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. The last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll run with Yellesley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
10 at the 45-yard line.
This is Gillisley. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man here, Sims complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's a gain of
from the 9, 2nd and 5.
At the Cowboys' 9-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
To the running back.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
35.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This is taken at the 10. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. And now they're in the hurry up.
41. A 7-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the... end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 82 yards.
2-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. So the big play to kick off the drive set him up 1st and goal.
When we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're Score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
At the 11-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys add on.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
The Cowboys offense, it'll stay out there as they'll go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. Shreds the tackle. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip. In baseball, everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this, but to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Trying to get back into the game. Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10 now, third quarter action in Denver.
10 at the 13-yard line.
He completes this to Sutton.
The pass complete to Cortland Sutton.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25.
Touchdown.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before. This one is over now with that type of a cushion. Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like... hopping right back on the bike. After falling over, see if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And it's fielded at the 34. Breaks through the contact. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
At their own 48-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And this offense continues to pour it on. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for two. Here's a toss coming right. Able to push his way through. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are Thwarted on the two-point conversion. The kickoff unit. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get one score closer.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs. I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards. And
firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. He flat out can't be stopped as his guys continue to pour it on. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jalen Smith in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming out.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And running with power here.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Ross Blacklock in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
33 yards.
A very nice pickup of 33. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A second broken tackle. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
First down.
Now from the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one. The Cowboys offense will stay out there as they'll go for two.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
Their own 26-yard line.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Check 43.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. And on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
Yeah, let's get set lunch. Mike 35.
Now back to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The Cowboys' 33-yard line.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Intended for number
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to Stevenson.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw now on first down. On the slant, completes to Sutton.
He's at the 30, 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys.
And judging by our scoreline, they have 6-0 in their future. As they look to grind this one down a little, they've got it first and 10.
Intended for number 81.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Second and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
The pass.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's going to let it go. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The throw taken in by Sims. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up